Ladies and gentlemen, you understand me? This is International Red Fashion Experience. The subject today is going to be respect, due to the fact there's a lot of disrespect going on. People be disrespecting and don't even know they're disrespecting. Because disrespect is something that should be taught at home, respect is. But if you don't give respect, you don't get respect. And a lot of people don't understand that. You know, younger people can't respect you if they don't see respect being issued or illustrated at home. You know, you got a lot of these people, you understand, that be with their families. You know, you got these mothers being friends with their daughters. You know, and you can't be a friend with to a daughter or to your children, a man being a friend to his son. You know what I mean? Because you cross the line where respect is out, because they're looking at you as a friend. In their mind, they're looking at you as one of their friends, and you gotta keep a certain amount of respect toward them so they'll respect you. You understand? You have to give it to get it. You know what I'm saying? If you don't show respect, if you're not being responsible, you're getting high and doing all type of things around your children, you know, and not showing perfection and showing, illustrating, being right, then they're not going to be that way. They're not going to be that way toward the other adults and people that they're around. So what actually happens on that is, the situation with that is that you take, for instance, you know, your mother, right? You want to be your daughter's friend. You run around being her friend, being around her boyfriends and being in different things, and you go out with them and all that and hang with them. The respect is going to be gone because you're acting more like a child than an adult. And you think it keeps you young and it keeps you going, but it doesn't, because you're not getting the respect that you should get. And you wonder why the boyfriend and the people like that disrespect you and don't respect the elders, because they haven't been seeing respect shown. You know, if you're drinking with these people, you're getting high with them. Some of these mothers do that. They get high with their daughters' boyfriends, and the sons be getting high with the father and the son and his girlfriend. You know, it's not good. You know, like I said, the respect is not there when that happens. The respect goes when friendship comes. You know, so you cannot do that. You have to draw the line. You cannot be friends with your child when they are a child. That's what people don't understand. They say, "Oh, I'm this my best friend. That's my friend." No, that is not your best friend. There's a certain time where their friendship is cool. When they're really, really small, and then you got to draw the line then too. It's not really friendship then. You just do a lot of things with them because they're learning. When they're 5 and 6 years old, you know, they're not going to disrespect you too much because they're not really knowing enough to really branch out and make their own opinions. But when they become teenagers, when they're most difficult to handle, and you parents wonder why, when they're teenagers, why they lose the respect for you, is because at that particular time, they're seeing you being this way, and you're telling them to be that way. See, you have to show the person that you are for them to respect you. You dig? You cannot be getting high and then telling them to go to bed at 10 o'clock at night, because, you know, you cannot do that, because the minute you do something like that, the first thing they're going to do is they're going to see that you are not being responsible. You know what I'm saying? You notice that some people, you notice that when a parent is an alcoholic or tore up, but they're trying to do their own struggle and they're caught up on drugs, and then the child is more responsible than the parent, because the child ends up taking care of the parent. You know, that's because it's the roles have reversed. That child has not lost respect for that parent. That child realizes that that parent is not responsible and needs help, is ill. So that child grows up faster and end up being more responsible, in a position to take care of the parent. See, but when that parent is responsible and deliberately is trying to be the child's friend, that does not work. You understand? It does not work, and respect is gone. So you have to realize that. And then there's the respect from when, after the respect is gone at the house, say in the male, in the perspective of the male, you say the male loses respect for his mother or his father when they're on drugs, you know what I'm saying, or when they're doing something, and say the child is being responsible. He might be paying rent, but he's selling drugs to get rent money. And then when he gets the rent money, they're messing up. They're on drugs. They're not paying the rent. They're begging him for drugs. You know what I'm saying? And all this. See, that's how the roads got turned around in the crack era, where respect had been gone, because at that time, a lot of adults were on drugs, so they weren't being respected. So the young people lost respect for the adults. But they got to realize, you understand me, the grown folks and the elders got to get their respect back. They have to demand their respect, and the only way they're going to get their respect is to give respect and be respectful. You have to act like a parent. You have to be grown up. You have to be flawless to that child. You have to do things right. You have to be on time. You have to be responsible. Pay your rent. Pay your bills. Keep money in your pocket. Go to work. Do the things that responsible people do. And then that child will see you as a respectable person. And then you will get your respect. But if you're doing things, drinking and partying with them, and not paying your bills, not being responsible, not making the right decisions that you should be making, then that child is not going to respect you when you get older. And you wonder why? Because you did not do things to give him reason. So you have to earn your respect. That's why I say you have to be respectful, and you have to be doing respectful things. You know, don't be asking the child for money. You asking the child for money. The child's going to work. You ask that child for money, and you're the adult, you're the parent. You should never have to ask that child for anything under any circumstances. This child is being formed into being the kind of adult that's going to respect other adults if the adult that they come from, the parent, is showing them the right way by being the right type of parent. You wonder why the child leaves the house because the parent is not being respectful and not being responsible, that he leaves the house and goes out there and disrespect other parents, other adults. A lot of them are not doing what's right and not being, responsible. And they don't get respect. See, me, the way I carry myself and conduct myself, I get respect and demand respect, and I carry respect. And I respect other people. I respect them. I don't care who they are, if they're in a tent, or if they're, and they could be on dope and doing everything they're doing, messing up and doing everything wrong. But I give them their respect simply because I feel like this. I feel that a person has to be responsible and show and illustrate responsibility so the child will get it. They will pick that up and realize, you understand me, that it is something that they have to appreciate and run with it. You understand? They have to get that and take that to heart. What I mean by take it to heart is that they got to realize, you understand me, that what they're doing is also influencing their children, younger people around them, friends and neighbors. Say you have a girlfriend, she has kids. You got to be a strong image for them. They may not have a father figure, but you have to be that father figure for them. You cannot be irresponsible. Say you have a son, and that son has children. It has to start off being responsible. If you taught that son how to be responsible, then you have to put that in his head that, hey, you have to be responsible. Don't slip. If you carry the responsibility and you instill that in him, then he should be able to fulfill that when he gets to be an adult. He should not have an excuse that he's got a divorce or he's going through something for him to drop his guard, or drop his responsibility of paying his rent, paying his bills, paying his car, tickets. Don't get tickets on your car being irresponsible. You get tickets on your car. You're supposed to pay your tickets. Your mother or your father are not supposed to pay your tickets. That's part of your responsibility because you're showing disrespect to your parent when you don't pay the bill or step up and do that. I don't care how much work you're doing, what kind of excuse you have. If you're using your parent car and you do things that are not right, you be irresponsible. You're disrespecting the people that you love and that you're close to, your parent. Here they are letting you stay at their house, right? I don't know if they charge you new rent or not, but the things you're supposed to do as being respectful is keep yourself clean and the area where you're at clean. Also, you understand me? Respectfully, don't put them in debt. You making money, make sure you spend your money the way you're supposed to make your contribution to helping your in other words, you do your part as far as being responsible, paying your bills. If you get tickets or the things, you're supposed to pay that the car toll. That's something that you did. So you're supposed to take care of that. That's your responsibility. You dig? So these are things you're supposed to do. If you're not doing those things, then it's like, what can we say? You're not being the adult you're supposed to be. Here you are, close to 30 years old or 30-something, and you're still at home with your parents. You should respectfully realize that they're helping you, but you have to help yourself, and you have to respect them, It's just like, if you're a young lady, you know what I'm saying, and you've been with your parent, you know what I'm saying, and you get a boyfriend and you're running around with him, you got to respect your parent first. They come first. Your boyfriend doesn't come before your parent. When you get married, then your husband might come before your wife. I mean, before your mother. When you get married and you have children, then that comes first, and then your parent and them come second. Then it goes like that. Because you have some parents that when you get married, they want to run up in your house all the time, be over there all the time, trying to, be in your business and trying to tell you how to live your life. And you be responsible and doing what's right. See, it works different directions in different ways with different people. Sometimes you have the parent that's wrong and always in the child's business. The child's working, doing good and being responsible and having and living their life, being around their children, being around their wife and being happy. And then the parent might be a parent that might have lost their husband and be a single parent, and they want to run around the daughter. It's you know what I'm saying? And they're all grown up at this time. Everybody's grown up. So it's like this, everybody's responsible. Everybody got their own life to live. You know what I mean? The mother has no control over the daughter at that time. The daughter does not have to listen to the mother because they're out the nest. When the daughter or the son gets out the nest and they're grown up and they're handling their own responsibility and paying their own bills, they don't have to listen to you no more. You don't tell them what to do. Whatever you told them before, the rules and the regulations that you gave them, as far as a foundation when they were coming up, should be instilled in them so when they once get on their own, they have the recipe. They have the recipe so they know how to live. You don't have to get in their business no more. You can't tell them nothing if they don't want to hear what you're saying at that time, as long as they're not under your roof. The minute they get a divorce or they have problems and they come running back to home, that's when you step in and they have to listen to you. When they come back under your roof and they're up under your guidance again, then it's like it was before. They have to listen to you because they're in your domain. That's your castle. You are the queen. When they're in your domain, they have to listen to you. And they have to respect you and your place of where they're living at. That's you, see. But when they're out on their own and in their place, then it's a different story. That's where they got to understand where the respect comes and goes. See, a lot of people get this respect thing mixed up. And they go over barriers and they don't know the boundaries and they don't know the lines. There's areas within respect within the boundaries. You know what I'm saying? And that's what that comes in. And you can have a man and a woman and they're together and they are husband and wife, or boyfriend and girlfriend. It's the same thing as far as respecting that person. You don't argue with them. You talk amongst each other and work things out. You don't get out in public and let people know what you're doing. You don't let people know your business. You don't tell people your business where they have something to talk about. You know what I'm saying? You can't if the one of the people don't like what you're doing because it's letting other people into your business, and they say that you talk about it, and if they and agree to some kind of understanding, and the person that's doing what the other person don't like, you don't do it no more. You give them a reason why you're doing it, and if it's a reason to do it that's beneficial, or it's a reason to do it, why are you doing this? Just for satisfaction, but it's not satisfying the other person because you may be putting their business in the street or whatever it is. You know, you don't need that. You don't need reassurance. You get reassurance from them. You don't need reassurance from all these other people. All these people you know or don't know, they don't count because they are not in your life. When you once find a mate or someone that you're trying to be with, these other people don't count. They're second. The man that's in your life is first. You understand? And that's how you got to look at it. Because if you want to hold on to a man and you're a woman, then you have to put that man first. Your girlfriends, your men friends, they're second. You understand? Now, when you got children and they're grown up, they're second. You got to realize that they're not first no more because they have their own life they're living. You know, the only time they're first is when they're at home in the house and they're underage and they're with you. Say you got a man and you got children under 18, then the children are first. Quite naturally, they've been there before and they're always going to be there. They're your responsibility as being a woman. You understand me? Your boyfriend does not come first. I've seen women, you understand me, have these boyfriends, and these boyfriends be all in the house and they trusting him, and he's trying to he's trying to be with the daughter and all this stuff. That's because the woman did not respect and be respectful to her daughter by putting him first. No, you don't do that. You make sure you be on top of your business and don't let that man get too close to that kid because you cannot trust everyone. You understand? And these men that come out of prison and they got these records, and these women that you so desperate for a man that you give with a man, you understand what I'm saying, that's not responsible, and you know what I mean, you so love-struck and so hung up that you don't be responsible. No. You got to be careful, and you got to be a woman, and you got to stand up for your respect first. You understand? Don't let him disrespect you, and don't let him disrespect your home front. You understand? If you're not there, he shouldn't be at the house when your daughter's there by herself. He should not be there. If he does not have his own place, if you're not there, he shouldn't be there. You understand? Because he's just your boyfriend, and if you're not home, he ain't supposed to be around your daughter. Because you cannot trust these men nowadays, looking at these young women. I've seen it happen with girlfriends I've had in the past, and I try to explain to them what not to do, but they don't listen because I don't know what the problem is. The man says he's going to do this, he do that, and they so sprung off the man that they let him disrespect them. No, you got to have principles over that bullshit. You can't be weak for no man that ain't strong himself. You understand? Because you got to be the woman to demand your respect if you give her respect. But if you ain't giving respect and you weak and you got a low self-esteem and you're not responsible and you don't feel good about yourself, then you'll let that man walk over you. And the man will be wrong as two left shoes. And you'll let him get in a position where he'll be molesting your daughter, and then your daughter be telling you what's happening, and you will not listen to her because you're so crazy about this stupid-ass man that ain't nothing. You understand what I'm saying? Because you made a mistake, and then when it all comes down to the end, and you're understanding that he was abusing you and your daughter too, and then you find out, you understand what I'm saying, why your mental conception of getting with these type of men is wrong, and then a good man, you don't know how to deal with them because you're not responsible enough and feel good about you enough to get with someone on that level. So you regress back to them nothing-ass people, you know, when you should be trying to up yourself, up your level, up yourself, be your best self, be the best you know how to be. Don't downgrade yourself, you understand what I'm saying, to fit some man's standard, Be your best, you, the best you know how to be. You understand me? And then you will get respect. Respect will be towards you, and you will get that respect. You understand? But you got to be respectful and act respectful. Dress up, look good, you understand me? And be the respectful person. When you step out the door, people will respect you, you understand? Because you will carry yourself in that manner. You understand? You will carry yourself like a queen. And when you carry yourself like a queen and respect in that manner, you will get you a king. Tell you're a queen, don't expect a king. You understand? You have to act like that and show that man that. Show the man the respect that you want. And then it will work out. These things take time. You don't jump up, you understand, and say you're a queen. You got to act like a queen. And the same with the man that's a king. He got to act like a king rather than just say he's a king. Anybody can say the title, but working the work and being the person that you say you are, it takes work and it's a job. You understand? And by you doing that and being the person you want to be, you ain't got to talk about it. Just be about it. You understand what I'm saying? And that's how you get respect. By being the person that you want to be, and people will respect you because you give respect and you be respectful. And if you be respectful, you will get the respect that people want and people demand. And that's the reason why a lot of times people don't understand why you've got hustlers and different people that have one woman. And they say, how does he got these women? You understand? And he got more than one woman, and they both respect him and love him and care for him. Because he treats them right, he treats them the way he's supposed to be treated. And he's honest and he's truthful, and he don't lie and he don't cheat. He tells the truth. He let this woman know about that woman know about that woman, and this and that. But it's all on the level. It's all honest. See? And that's why people can't get that, because they cannot tell the truth, because they're not living the truth. If you live in a lie, you cannot ever tell the truth, because the truth comes from the truth. If you're lying, you can't live the truth. See, it's cause and effect. I try to tell people this all the time. They don't get the situation. They don't get the story, that you have to be real. See, it's a cycle. It's a whole situation, and you have to be that way, you know? And if you be that way, those that are close to you, the ones that know you, you know what I mean? That's why I say people that know you, like say when you was in a situation where you was in your disease and you might have been messing up and not getting respect and being disrespectful because you were doing messed up things at the time because you might have been under the influence. When you change and be another person, you have to also change those people that looked at you in that point of view, because they would never see no improvement in you. They will always look at you in the past and see you as that person that was getting drunk. You don't need to be around those people. You let those people go, because those people don't know how to grow and be a inspiration, be a light in your life. Then you don't need them around no more, you understand? Because they're going to see you as a person you were. That's just like, say, if you were fat and you were a person that was lonely and wasn't right, and then these people seen you and knew you and were your close friends at that particular time. When you get small and look good and be your best you and be the best you can be, and you've changed your attitude and you're better, and they haven't changed theirs, say they're in the same position that they were when you was with them. They were big, or they had a messed up attitude. They might have been on drugs, or they might have had a sex addiction, or whatever their addiction was. But they had they weren't perfect. They were, had, you know what I mean, misfortunes, and had bad situations, bad self-esteem. They didn't feel good about themselves. You know what I mean? They still feeling that way. You've grown and got better. You're being your best self. You transformed. You went from big to small. You went from bad to good. You changed your lifestyle. So you're a different person. Those people that you were friends with, tight with at the time, are hating on you now. They're not feeling the same way they did, because they have not changed. They're still that way. So you have to cut them loose. You can't be with them, because they're not going to do nothing but hold you back. You get a good man, they're going to drop lugs, they're going to drop salt, because they can't find a good man, because they stuck in the past. They still doing the stupid things they did that kept them lonely and kept them by themselves. They still doing those things. And as soon as you get out their comfort zone and do good and do better, you have to leave them behind. I hate to say it, but it's a fact. You have to leave them behind, because all they're going to do is hate and hold you back. That's what holds a lot of people back. They keep holding on to the past, the people that they know. Even your family. If you're with your family and you're close to your family, certain family members, you can't be close as you was, because they're looking at you as that past person. Even though you grow, you can see them and visit them and spend some time with them, but you can't be around them all the time. You can't be expecting them to look at you the way you are now, the giant, the champion, the winner, and they still seeing you through the eyes of when you were a loser, when you were striking out, when you was doing bad things. They see you at that particular time. They might be in that same situation themselves. They haven't changed, so they don't see much change in you. Even though, like I said, when you get older, you either grow or you retrogress. You're not gonna stay the same. So you're gonna go one with the other. If they're not growing with you, then they're gonna hold you back because they don't want you to outgrow them. And what happens, you know what I'm saying, that in their life, it's staying the same. And if you're growing and trying to be the best you can be and be a champion and be a winner, then you're going to have to do that by yourself and with new people. You're going to have to grow toward new people. You understand? Just like me, the people I'm around now is all people that are sober, you know, in their sobriety, people that are growing and having things and being responsible. These are the kind of people I'm around now. And I've changed and gradually gravitated toward that. And these are the ones I see and be around. The other people speak, say hello, be sociable with them, but I'm not running with them. You know, like I was with a guy, like last night I was with a friend. We was in the car together, and he wasn't responsible. He was thinking he had somebody else drive the car though, while he was in the car. But he paid me to be with him. You understand me? To spend time with him because first of all, I wasn't going to spend my time with him just under strength because he's all right. He's a player. He's somebody. He ain't nobody I'm really close with. But my other friend that was with me, I've been knowing 40, 50 years because he's my mentor. You understand me? I was with him. And he was the one I really was with, and we were fellowshipping. But the other guy, I was just with him, like I said, because he paid me, and he was, we was fellowshipping and all this and that. But I put people in a category. I'm not going to be around you for no reason if it's not beneficial to me. And I know you understand what I'm saying. You're not in my caliber. So, it was like a job for me being around him, And I would not actually do that too many more times. You understand what I'm saying? Because I know what's important to me. You dig? And by me knowing that's important to me, I'm going to let you all know this, and this is a true fact, that you have to be respected. You have to show respect. You have to give respect. And people got to respect you. You got to demand your respect. If you're doing right and you're on your right page, then you got to make sure these people respect you and make sure they understand where you're coming from. You have to make sure they understand that. Because if they don't understand, you have to make sure they do. Otherwise, they'll walk all over you. You know what I mean? Because they're looking at you like you were before. They don't see the change in you, the better person that you are now, today. They're looking at how you were back in the past. And you got to make sure you let them know where you at now. And that's the way it is. If they can't grow with you, then they're going to grow away from you. And I don't care who they are. Family, friends, daughters, sons. You understand me? You got to go for yourself. You got to be your best you and be the best you know how to be. You understand me? Don't let nothing hold you back. You dig? You understand me? This is International Red for the Record, the fashion experience. And like I tell you, young people, respect your elders. But for you to respect them, you got to see respect coming out of them. And that's why respect is broken up along these families. You understand me? Where you see it's not respect there, it's a reason. You cannot be friends with your children and try to tell them what to do as a parent. Because when you be friends, you cross the line. You cross the line. You are a parent and you want your respect. You are not a friend. Because the minute you change over to the parent role, then that's when the conflict, the arguing, and the bickering come in. You understand? Some of you people need to be in the service, because one thing about the Army and the service and these particular outfits, they teach you how to respect and do what's right and respect your higher, people in higher ranks. You know what I mean? That's why that's good for people that don't know how to respect. You send somebody to the service, when they bad or doing something, they'll come out learning how to be responsible, be respectful. Me, I never was in no service or no nothing. I never did work or do none of that. But I learned it, you understand me, just by being who I am and being from experience. You know what I mean? But thank you, ladies and gentlemen. It's the International Red for the Record, Fashion Experience. And I will close my show now with letting you know how it is, giving you another shot at where we at. Goodbye, ladies and gentlemen, from the Fashion Experience. I'm going to cut this off. As I cut it off, I'm talking because I want you to realize that you have to realize what respect is. You have to realize. Damn, this shit ain't coming on. Man, where this thing ain't going? Shit. Oh, we gotta tell him. Damn. I can't get it on.
Oh, stop recording. It's just highlighted.
You stop recording?
Yeah, it stopped recording. It's just highlighted. It's fine. But you're fine.
Oh, okay, because I couldn't tell.
Yeah, no, it's weird. Yeah, that happens sometimes.
The record, the light stayed on.
Yeah, that does happen sometimes.
I